Welcome, my name is Finfante and you're in my cancel court. Today's defendant, ChuggaaConroy, a longtime Let's Play YouTuber who stands accused of sexual harassment.
Your sentence is you have to watch Tucker Carlson every day for 3 months. My ruling is final.
I'm retarded?
Foot fetish has entered the chat. I've been seeing some confusion that here's where we get to some really juicy parts. I've been looking forward to this. I've been seeing some confusion about the timeline of events, so here's some more stuff in chronological order, showcasing more of just how out of nowhere some of these transitions were and how pushy it started to feel, where it was hard to do anything but just try to move on. Oh, did I read these out of order? I just realized. Well, those two messages that I just read below this were actually put after this. It doesn't fucking matter. Whatever. Okay, Emily, what do we got here? Though also something I think is fun is that anybody can choose their name for whatever reason. I have cis friends who change their names just because they feel like another name suits them better. ChuggaaConroy. I suppose I wouldn't actually need a reason to do it. Yes. I don't know if you've been hurting aside from being sick. I just kind of get that vibe from your tweets lately. But I was building something earlier when you left. You are smart, you are capable, and you bring entertainment to many people. I think you're a beautiful person, and I want you to believe that too. Days can't help but get better if we will it to happen. Well, that's a really nice thing to say. Emily says, "Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's hard to feel 100% of the time, but I'm trying. Being sick always just makes me such a doomer, lol. It's natural that you don't. Your best one day is not your best every day, and that is okay. It is. I just have to weather through it. Get all my ducks in a row. Ha ha ha, yep. Now, in return, I'm going to need something from you." Emily, what's that? I think you know. Play Xenoblade 3? Not quite. Smirks. Cartoonishly attacks you as you sit there and tries to remove your shoes?
Almost. Goddamn.
Clearly we are reaching unprecedented levels of cringe here, yes. Yes, this is very cringy, very weird. I don't know what the fuck I'm reading here. But, again, a screenshot of him actually being really nice to Lady Emily saying, "You're a beautiful person. You're amazing. Here's all these really nice things about you. I just really want you to know." And then he divulges his foot fetish again. And, what is the problem here exactly? I'm not saying I would want to be a part of this sort of conversation. Yes, it's a bit gross, but I'm not seeing an indication here that you're not okay with it. You haven't given one! What's the next screenshot, though? I just want to know. Oh, the stinky shoes are mentioned again. Okay, we already read that. Man, big, gay, and stinky, you've got it all? Okay. Here's where Emily dives in and says, "I know." Puts a cowboy emoji with, Aw, ha ha ha. Girl's embarrassed. Emily, it is what it is. I have to live with how I am. Those responses do not indicate that Emily has a problem with this conversation. Those responses are playful. Those responses continue the conversation. And since those responses continue the conversation continues. With Chugga saying, "That's sweet," twirls your shoes around by the laces for about 2 seconds and abruptly throws them right at you. "Here, catch!" They hit you so hard, you fall over backwards in your chair. Dear, drat. "But just know I'll never unsee, or unsmell for that matter. You'll have to be good to me and help me out when I need it, or I'll tell people." It is hard to read these messages. It is cringy. It is cringe. I will say one thing Chugga's being exposed for. Cringe. You hear me? Emily, I hear. Don't worry, I'll be good. Good. Honks the rubber toe your shoe. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Hey, sorry, are you free to talk? You're not doing something else. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to do my homework for D&D, lol. Oh, okay, I just want to talk about something. So, like, this is very important. Listen closely. Oh, okay. I just want to talk about something. So, like, I'll continue this joke with you if you want. It just sort of happened. I got the vibe you were enjoying it if you were playing along, and I like doing this sort of thing. So I feel like we're on the same page there. But I guess due to just how it could be seen in hindsight, I want to tell you this was just a game. The way Emily responds to this message is vitally important. Emily says, "Oh yeah, I know. Absolutely. I don't mind."
The court calls Lady Emily into question. Lady Emily, on behalf of the court, I want to say... What the fuck? What the fuck are... You hear that? That's the dog of judgment.
Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment. You uploaded. I just want to make this clear again to you. Lady Emily uploaded this screenshot. Lady Emily, not ChuggaaConroy, not somebody else, not anyone. Lady Emily. Lady Emily screenshotted this, put this up as evidence of sexual harassment. ChuggaaConroy explicitly says, I want to make sure this is okay with you. We've been playing along. I get the vibe that you're enjoying it. I want to make sure you're okay with this. The response, yeah, I know, absolutely. I don't mind. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? That's consent. That's the spitting image of consent. You saying, yeah, absolutely. Keep joking like this with me. I don't mind it. You can keep doing this. Here is my consent. He was kind enough to ask for your consent, to make sure you were comfortable. And you said, yes, it's okay. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm glad you feel the same. It's just, a lot of people are into that. Oh yeah, LOL, but all good, all in good fun. That's Emily saying that. That's Emily saying, all good, all in good fun. Those are Emily's words. From Emily to Chugga. All good, all in good fun. Let's keep going. Yeah, being forward with you because I'd rather not keep anything from you and let you make the best decision for you. I am into that, but only with my significant other. I just also like talking about shoes with people because it's also an interest. I talked with my significant other about this when we started dating, and she told me I can talk about shoes with other people because it isn't sexual with my friends. It's just something I enjoy talking about with my friends too. I know that might be a lot to share, and I'm sorry if it is, but I feel it's best to just be open with people and consider what I'd like to know if I was in their position. Emily, no, I'm glad to know. Good to have that openness and common understanding. Chugga, thank you. That's very kind of you to see it that way. I'm always about communication, even if it's about complicated stuff, because why would you not tell your friends important things if you want to keep them in your life? A lot of people are not so kind about this sort of thing on the internet. Why do none of you ever know what the fuck the terms you use mean? We see this so consistently with these situations. Internet historian is a Nazi. You don't know what Nazi means. This guy is a bigot. This guy is a incel. This guy is a this or this. They don't know what the terms mean. Sexual harassment? You were sexually harassed? What the fuck are these screenshots? These are screenshots of personal conversations that you had with somebody who trusted you as a friend, who clearly valued you, liked you a lot, and consistently made sure you were okay with this sort of foreplay. You, not only did you not say, I'm not okay with this, stop, you explicitly said, yes, I'm okay with it. Yes, I don't mind. It's all in good fun. I'm glad we have that openness and common understanding. You not only didn't say it was not okay, you explicitly said it was. You told him on multiple occasions, every time he asks, is it okay? You say, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm not surprised you cut that out of the screenshot before, because then you couldn't say you were sexually harassed. Then you couldn't continue your clout chasing. Then you couldn't play the victim and say, I'm sexually harassed, because you can clearly show that you were not. What a disgusting thing to do to your friend, by the way. Somebody that clearly trusted you immensely. I am not arguing that these messages aren't gross, because of course they're gross. They're sexual and it's about a foot fetish. I mean, of course it's gross. But let me tell you something, before you go and say, well, this guy's fucked up because he got a foot fetish, and that's a piece of shit. Okay, I want to remind you that most men love licking buttholes. Licking poop off of buttholes. That's what most guys like. Okay? I've said this for a long time. I don't know why people don't realize this. Most guys have a scat fetish. I don't know how they don't realize this. They do. Most men will talk about how much they love licking shit off of your ass. All right? And yeah, when you read about the messages that most men have, had with people, they're pretty gross. They're pretty gross and disturbing. It's not pleasant to think about what people do sexually. Pretty much anything sexual is disgusting. So before we go and say, well, this guy's gross because he has a foot fetish. Yeah, foot fetishes are gross. So is licking buttholes. And half the men watching this right now, I know you've licked buttholes, and I know you like it. I know you do. I'm a man. Men talk to me. Yeah, I hear the things they say. They like shit. So, I just want to throw that out there before we go and say that he's a... Because the thing is, imagine how humiliating this is. Imagine how fucking humiliating this is for ChuggaaConroy. To have these very personal things exposed, these are like the cringiest messages of all time. Talking about something nasty, it's a foot fetish. Not that I'm saying he should feel bad for having one, but it's the most embarrassing messages you could possibly have. Well, not possibly, but some of the most embarrassing shit you could ever have leaked about you. I can imagine he's really embarrassed. And I do not see the inspiration so far for Lady Emily leaking these things about him, other than clout chasing, other than attention, other than, I'm a victim, please cry for me. What a disgusting, fucking horrible thing to do to somebody. Imagine what a demented motherfucker you have to be to do this to somebody, to say, this person trusted me, made sure I consented to this sort of foreplay, and I'm gonna upload it, a sort of roleplay, whatever, I'm gonna upload it to the internet to publicly humiliate the fuck out of them. I'm just gonna, try to get them to kill themselves so I can get a little bit of clout. That's all. I'm just gonna destroy their life and upload the most embarrassing shit ever about them just because I wanna play the victim. How could you feel good about yourself doing this? You are a piece of fucking trash. That's what I've gotten from this situation so far. You're not a victim. I don't feel bad for you that your friend, or wherever you wanna call the situation, whatever, that an adult was engaging in consenting roleplay with you where you, on multiple occasions, said, it's okay with me. Keep talking about it. Fuck you. I guess I just want to say I won't ever turn on you for merely being who you are. You are safe here with me. I was going to say that earlier when I called you a woman and not a trans woman. I can't fully understand your struggles, but I am happy to learn and be an ear should you ever need one. I'm sure you could teach me much about life. I appreciate that. It's interesting and hard work sometimes, but it's nice. And most times I don't even think about being trans. That's a sign you are succeeding at being you. Yeah, I'm winning at woman. Yep. After a moment of smiles and good feels, you come back down to earth and realize you're still down on the earth. Now put your shoes back the fuck on already. You're burning my eyes looking like that. Oh, you screenshotted your roleplay again. That's great. Why did you fucking put this on the internet? That's the end of the messages there. That was the screenshots there. What do we got on the side here? Also just want to say that at the time of all this, I was horribly sick with the flu and had lost my voice for several weeks. It was basically miserable and barely there. So most of the time I'm struggling just to stay awake. Let alone try to respond to all this. Here's the links to my social media, by the way. Oh, fuck no. Here's the screenshot that I put with this one. All right, so we're talking about Wii's and consoles and shit. Chugga. Surprising. I felt like everyone had one, usually alongside one of the other two. So, I feel bad for you. I really do. But if you're still coughing and sick, what do you need shoes for? Shoes. Oh, no. You were sick when he sent that message? Oh, man. Boo-hoo! I don't care! I don't fucking give a shit that you were sick. You're feeling a little under the weather. Oh, no, I was feeling kind of sick when he said that. What the fuck? Okay. So you were sick when he was engaging in the consensual roleplay that you've been consenting to the entire time? Wow, that's such a tragedy, dude. I don't give a fucking shit. Here's another example of me starting to get uncomfortable and not responding and trying to change a convo. As someone in treatment for anxiety and depression, it's often hard to tell people to their face when they're making me uncomfortable. I wasn't quite sure what else to do. Oh, so in other words, you admit that you never fucking said anything. Because of your anxiety and depression. That's understandable, actually. Chugga should have the innate ability to read people's minds and realize, oh, even though I'm explicitly being told this is okay, Emily has anxiety and depression, and this isn't actually okay with Emily. I should just fucking magically know that. What the fuck, man? Emily, I can hop. Okay, and then we get into, Chugga just sends a million messages. Yes, that was a lot of messages to send somebody. Yeah, it is weird. Send that many messages without a response. It's a little bit weird. Not totally uncommon, and again, very far from sexual harassment, okay? Him messaging you a few more times than he should have without realizing that he should just wait. Not a huge deal. Little weird, but not a huge deal. And of course, you don't show your response there. Hey, pretty far. We're thinking of immigration next year. Would you like to pick up where we left off last night? Drop it off suddenly. Does Lady Emily show the response? No. Nope. No response. Why don't I ask your response here? Because Lady Emily didn't want to include it. That's why. That's the real reason. That is the reason. The reason you don't see a response to the message is because Lady Emily didn't want to include it. These are the actual messages of supposed evidence of sexual harassment. I think this is such gross, disgusting shit. I've been outraged about this since I've seen this. Because I'll admit, because it's so easy to hear about these things and immediately make assumptions. When I first heard, this saying, oh, like, he's been messaging me, asking for feet pics and shit, I immediately thought, I was like, oh, that's creepy, it's weird, yeah, he's probably a creep. Thank God I decided to read the messages and look into this, because you know what I see? What I see is him continuously saying, are you okay with this? Making sure you're okay, making sure you're okay, making sure you're okay. You say, yeah, I'm okay with it, totally fine. Keep doing it, let's keep talking like it. And then, all the while saying, it's okay, yes, let's keep talking this way, yes, this is okay, yes, I consent, yes, giving zero indication that you have a problem with it. You decided to take all those screenshots, post them online, and humiliate the fuck out of this guy. I mean, really, what is this? Like, is it just to try to get him to kill himself? Because it'd be funny if he killed himself? Is that what it is? Ha ha ha, you're dead, woo! Ha ha ha, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is actually wrong with you? That you do this to somebody? Like, you should feel like a gross piece of shit. The fact that Lady Emily is so demented, that you uploaded these screenshots and you thought that they showed you as a victim. You went through reading all of this, screenshotting it, uploading it, going to post it, never thinking, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this. You said, no. This looks great for me. This makes me look really like a victim. I can talk about how sick I was. I can say that, oh, well, even though I said I consented, I actually have anxiety and depression, which, by the way, is a dumbass fucking excuse. Doesn't matter what the reason is. Whatever your reason is, for giving consent when you secretly didn't want to give consent. The fact is, you gave consent. You were not forced to. You said, yes, I'm okay with this every fucking time you were asked. And you tried to hide that at first by not including it in the screenshots. Real scummy thing to do. Real fucking scummy thing to do with such a serious accusation. It's fucked up. It's really, really fucked up. Okay, so those tweets were from January 20th, 2024. And here we have an apology from ChuggaaConroy on Facebook, January 22nd at 1:18 p.m. I don't know if he posted it anywhere else, but I know he posted it here. So, hey all, I ask first of anyone who thinks it's helping to insult Emily on my behalf, please don't send any further negativity her way. Emily should be treated with respect. Immediately sad. It's immediately sad because it saddens me to see him say, oh, Emily should be treated with respect. Emily does not treat you with respect, man. You have been used as a fucking ploy in this. Sorry, let's keep going. I know that I have hurt Emily with my actions. These are choices I made myself, and I don't think it's relevant how I felt or what my intentions were to justify my actions. Yes, those are absolutely relevant. I just want to say the end result is that I really hurt you and made you feel uncomfortable. I hate that anyone made you feel that way, and I wish you the best. It took me longer than it should have to take the hint that something was wrong when you cut contact with me. I shouldn't have assumed you were just busy with traveling and that things were fine. I only began putting it together when the silence continued. I pestered you for too long, and I apologize for doing so. When you communicated this to me privately a few months ago, I apologized to you directly and promised I would never repeat this kind of behavior again with anyone else. Once you shared how I made you feel, it was a huge wake-up call, and I immediately sought professional help through therapy. I've worked in the months ever since then to do what you have wished for me, learn and be better. I have done and said similar things in years past with other people. I am still friends with some of them, while I have fallen out of contact with others. If you are uncomfortable with how I behaved, this apology is for you as well. No matter my intentions, I'm sorry the impact was harmful. I will not reach out to you myself again. I would like to briefly clear up speculation about my relationship. I love my girlfriend. She was aware that this conversation took place, consented to it, and saw what was posted. It crossed no lines set between us at the start of our relationship, and we are still together. I trust her to tell me if I do something to upset her. I wish to take this space to thank her for being with me through this and apologize for the immense amount of stress my situation has caused her, because that hasn't been fair to her. Separately from above, I also want to touch on online discussion about other previous comments I've made about shoes over the years. Fitness and footwear are among my hobbies and not strictly fueled by anything more. I can get passionate about my interests, and I now understand how this can come across and how it could be negative and how it could negatively affect others. One last time, I recognize I have hurt people and needed to be held accountable for it. I respect anyone who feels disappointed or hurt. I decided around the time of the incident that I would never do this again and learn from it, but I would understand if you didn't wish to support me any longer. Lengthy, but not too lengthy, and very well written response, I must say, on behalf of ChuggaaConroy. However, I have to say, I disagree with it immensely. But why do I disagree with it? Is it for the same reason as Lady Emily?
Excuse me, this will just take 1 second.
Many of my videos have been flagged or removed, including some of my most popular uploads. We live in a censored world. So, follow my other socials! Always check my video description. Never know which one I'll get kicked off of next.
Establish a way to find me before it's too late. I love you. Back to the video!
Saying, while I have seen Amelia's apology and I hope he genuinely means to better himself, knowing his history of doing this to others, how long he's been doing this to others, and his private behavior since he did this to me, I personally do not accept the apology, nor do I believe it. I'm sorry to others he has hurt. I hope you're doing better now, and I hope he's been respecting your boundaries. And Amelie, sincerely, with all my heart, be better. You've been treating people like this for over a decade now. You can't keep doing this! Improve, grow, change. And no, Amelie, we didn't have a convo where we settled this privately. I had to have one of your friends talk to you because you kept bothering me and spreading personal info about me to the point where I didn't feel safe, and said friend had to tell you to leave me alone. So is that why I don't agree with ChuggaaConroy's apology? Do I think like Lady Emily in that, no, he just... I don't believe him. I don't believe that he's really sorry. You know what I don't believe? I don't believe that he fucking should be. For this situation, this isolated incident that we've seen so far, using the screenshots brought forth by Lady Emily, using the screenshots brought forth directly by Lady Emily, posted on Lady Emily's Twitter page, I do not see the fucking problem. What I see is you having a consensual conversation. What I see with this apology is someone who has unfortunately been successfully convinced that they are this sick, perverted maniac who needs to be so sorry. Let me tell you something. Do I think that ChuggaaConroy has any problems? Yeah, I do. I do think the way he talks to these people seems a bit weird, or at least in these screenshots that I've read, seems a bit weird. Seems like he doesn't have the best ability to speak to somebody one-on-one, and that's something we see increasingly more and more of a problem of, because we live in a day and age where everything is online. Nobody really knows how to speak to each other anymore. Social skills are non-existent. We see a lot of people like this. I've seen a lot of people mention that he's like slightly autistic and shit. Maybe that's true. And by the way, going off of Lady Emily's own defense by saying, oh, I have anxiety and depression, so that's why I didn't fucking say anything. Okay, fine then. ChuggaaConroy's autistic. That's why he wasn't good at catching the vibe, or wasn't good at just phrasing things correctly. Yes, I think the situation is weird. Yes, I think ChuggaaConroy has things to work on. But do I think that for this incident he needs to be going to fucking therapy? Well, maybe he does. Maybe he does because of the trauma that's been caused to him by you publicly bullying and humiliating him. Why did my camera just fucking turn off? My fucking camera just die? Son of a bitch. But anyway, yeah, maybe he needs therapy because of the bullying and harassment that's been done by you, because of the witch hunt started by you, and the collective dogging on this guy that seems to have spawned out of fucking nothing by you. Maybe he does need therapy for that. I imagine he's really fucked up about it. Like I said, I'm not saying that he's made any comment. As to my knowledge, I do not believe he has made any comment suggesting that he's thinking about this or anything. But I wouldn't be surprised if the guy fucking killed himself. Being labeled as somebody who's going around sexually harassing all of these people, these are bold accusations, very serious accusations, gross accusations. Shit that, I mean, it's really disturbing. Honestly, it is. And it's really sad to see him so thoroughly convinced that he's done something so fucked up when with the evidence presented to me, this court finds ChuggaaConroy innocent on charges of sexual harassment against Lady Emily. I see nothing other than Lady Emily incriminating no one other than Lady fucking Emily. Feel free to share your thoughts on the situation, but what I want to say, after looking over this situation particularly, ChuggaaConroy, I am sorry to you. I am genuinely, I'm gonna stop playing the judge for a second. I am sorry to you. I am genuinely sorry to you that this is happening. I think this is gross. I think this is cancel culture at its finest, as we've seen so often. I know you go to conventions. I don't know what exactly, but I've gone to a lot of comic conventions and shit like that. I actually have portrayed a I've become decently well known in my area for portraying Jurgen von Strangle from Fairly Odd Parents. I do the whole character, the whole convention. So I am a nerd. I am actually, believe it or not, I am a fucking nerd. And yeah, I can speak from experience that this group of people are some of the most vile and it fucking trigger happy people that exist. They love attacking each other, canceling each other. And I also want to make the point that, you know, people, I've gotten so many comments, people are like, oh, you're a right-wing debate channel. You're just a right-winger, you just want to defend right-wingers. You just want to this, you just want to that, you just want to bash, blah, blah, blah. No. I've said this before. I don't stand by any sort of political group. I don't care if what I say does align with a political ideology, and I don't care if it defies a certain political ideology. That has nothing to do with what I say or who I defend and who I don't. I defend whoever it seems deserves to be defended. And if I'm going to insult somebody, I insult who it seems deserves to be insulted. I don't care if they are a right wing, left wing. I don't care if they are a fucking rootin' tootin', gun fucking carrying, herky-dirk, beef jerky, goddamn redneck conservative. And I don't care if they are a fucking gay, boob plastic surgery, fucking gender reassignment surgery, dicks in the ass, fucking gay, liberal, like extreme leftist or something. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care what side it is. I will call out who I believe is in the right, and I will call out who I believe is in the wrong. I do not hold myself to any sort of political group. And in this situation, I'm willing to bet, with a lot of the things I've seen, I think everyone I've talked about in this video is probably left-wing. They probably wouldn't agree with most of my politics, but that's not the point of this fucking video. The point of this video is that somebody's being accused of sexual harassment when they have done nothing of the sort. And that's what I do not think is okay, what I think is a reflection on the extremely demented and disturbing character of Lady Emily. I think Lady Emily should be very, very upset with no one other than Lady Emily. Because Lady Emily is the one. Do I need to say it again? Or do we get it by now? Show me an actual case of sexual harassment, I will speak out against it. Speaking of which, like I said, I know that other things have been brought forth against ChuggaaConroy, some of them being very serious accusations. A more recent one that just developed that I've seen now, in the last couple of days, people were talking about that he allegedly has some disturbing messages with him and a 15-year-old when he was 19. I have to say, I have not gotten to do very much research into that at all. I was behind on this video. We've done this one, and I will now dive into the other incident. This is why I said, do not take this video as my full and complete opinion on ChuggaaConroy. I don't know what's with the other situation. All I know is that the accusation is very serious. And I will not form a full opinion before knowing all the details. This situation is rapidly developing. I'm trying to keep up with it as best I can while also juggling a lot of other things in my life. But speaking strictly on the situation between him and Lady Emily, I find ChuggaaConroy innocent in this cancel court, and I find Lady Emily guilty of playing the victim and also being okay with foot fetish roleplay and trying to get clout and pretty much trying to get this guy to be fucking destroyed and hate himself and kill himself. You're guilty! And that is the opinion in cancel court today. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me in the next episode when we dive further into ChuggaaConroy's foot fanatic frenzy. And as of now, like I said, Chugga, I support you and I'm sorry. And that's the thing, he comes off like, he just comes off like a guy who's very sheltered and honestly very desperate. And it's really sad to see this because you see somebody who clearly is vulnerable, desperate, really wants this relationship and continuously addresses the fact, like says, hey, are you comfortable with this? He acknowledges it's a bit weird, that he wants to make sure they're whoever he talks to is comfortable, at least in these screenshots, that's what we see. And it seems like he's really looking for somebody to talk to about these things. When he gets somebody who says, yes, this is absolutely okay, but then that person turns around and uploads all the screenshots, despite that person saying on every occasion, yes, I'm okay with this, I can't imagine how soul-crushing that is. I feel terrible for the guy. I cannot imagine the amount of tears he's had over this. This must be fucking devastating and heartbreaking, and I have nothing but compassion for him in that aspect. It's terrible. And the contempt that I have for Lady Emily over this situation is pretty high. I think what Lady Emily has done here is downright fucking vile. think Lady Emily is an evil individual to do such a thing. Given everything that we've been given, there was no reason to do this other than trying to clout chase and get attention and play the victim and throw somebody under the bus who did not deserve it. Somebody that was your friend that trusted you. You are a fucking wicked human being, a really vile, nasty creature. That's what I think of Lady Emily in this situation. You know, it actually does really upset me to see this happen to people. But that's the vile community of cancel culture. Unfortunately, that community seems to be prevalent with the community that ChuggaaConroy is a part of in some way. Not saying that he's a part of cancel culture. To my knowledge, I haven't seen him try to do this to anybody. I'm just saying that with the area that he's ended up in and the audience he has, this is something that particular audience likes to do a lot. You know, I'm part of that cosplay community somewhat because I go to conventions and dress up in stupid shit. And unfortunately, I can just say that, yeah, a lot of this community is like this. It's fucked. I'm gonna be looking into you more, Chugga. I hope I continue thinking you're a good guy. Join me in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you all in the next one. And remember to have a fantastic day. The evidence against him being weird. Foot fetish.
Judge Finfante approaches the stand. Now, how did I first hear about all this business from the greatest short?